Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is the third and final practice session ahead of the highly anticipated Miami Grand Prix in the United States. And here we go. This is where it starts to get serious. We get serious at 9 o'clock, but this is where it starts to get serious. Before we get into it, what I will say is, if you are a Formula 1 fan, please do consider subscribing to the channel, because I will be live for every single qualifying session and race of the Formula 1 World Championship, as well as preview shows, news, practice sessions, and going to be a lot more than that coming soon. So get yourself subscribed if you're into F1, and if you want to show your support, please do hit the like button, because that really helps the channel out at the moment. Helps me get noticed by YouTube, helps me get on the lists, and helps the channel grow. So really appreciate all your support in the early days, guys. Anyone who's watching this, big up to you. Everything counts at the moment whilst we're getting going. So Max Verstappen already out, looking like he's on the pace already, looking like he's already giving it some straight out of the box. Who we got in the chat then? Qualifying's 9 PM, Martin. I'll be live at 10 to 9 for that, and that's when it really gets serious. Let me get the thingy up. The old live timings up there on the screen. See if that should update when they start crossing the line and actually setting times. Yeah, so qualifying 9 o'clock. I'll be live 10 to 9 for that one, Martin. Chris Pound Coin, how are we doing? Yeah, 9 o'clock. How are we, Ernesto lad? Yes, now we're getting serious now. Now we're going to see the real pace. You know, no more Friday practice stuff now. We're into the real sessions. Oh wait, there, I've not even got my light on. I mean, not that it's going to make a lot of difference, but that's a bit better, isn't it? Nah, in fact no. In fact, we'll dip that for now. But yeah, who else have we got? Tax is in the house. How are we going, Tax? Good afternoon. 100% of likes. Come on, 100% of likes. Imagine every single viewer likes it. Yeah, 100% like record. No one gets that though, dude. Nobody. Can you imagine? But yeah, let me whack these on so I can hear what's going on. Let's see what's happening, and I'll turn that song off as well. Turn my music off. Yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah, Bottas will be trying to make up for lost time after binning it in FP1. Completely missed FP2, did Bottas, so he's desperate for laps. Right, let's turn this music off. It is a good song, but we don't want it for a full hour, do we? We don't want the background music for a full hour. Oh, what are we saying then? Are Mercedes back? You know, this was the big question from yesterday. Today will confirm it. You know, if they're quick today, the bag. If Mercedes are quick today, this is what I'm buzzing for. Was it a flash in the pan, like a one session? Was it a one session wonder? You know, Mercedes being quick in FP2 yesterday evening. Was it a one session wonder? Are they still a second off the pace, or are they actually back? Are they in contention? That's got to be the biggest talking point ahead of this Grand Prix. Are Mercedes back? Other than that, can Sainz come back from his how quicker can Sainz recover from his incident yesterday? Another bad day for Carlos Sainz. Oh, that tight chicane, man. We're just on board with Pierre Gasly going through that tight. I think it's 12, 13 and 14. It's so narrow on the exit of that corner as well, before they go through under the bridge. Now we're down the back straight. Pierre Gasly. Sainz pops up into second then. Verstappen's on the mediums. Perez on the hards. Half the grid's already out there. Set into last corner then for Pierre Gasly. Yeah, and this left and right's flat out onto the pit straight. And pops in P4, but very early days. But yeah, big talking points are Mercedes back? Can Sainz recover it after yesterday's crash? You know, loses the rear end in that tight finicky section just before the chicane. You know, wrecks a car. You know, can he come back from that? He's got to be strong mentally. He's got to put that to the back of his mind. Right, it's happened. Yeah, we've had a bad first 3-4 races. Binned it in practice, but he's got to see today. Now Saturday in Miami's got to be a completely fresh start for Carlos Sainz mentally, and hopefully he can just forget about it and boom and straight in contention for the win. Because the golden egg here is there could be 6 drivers in contention for the win if Mercedes, with a massive if on Mercedes, if Mercedes are as good as what they were hinting at yesterday, then 6 cars in contention for the win. You have to go back a decade just before you get that. Like 2012. That's 2012 kind of mood, that if it's 6 cars in contention. But I tell you what, that Lando Norris basketball crash helmets. Well, look at Lewis giving it. Yeah, Lewis giving it their full squirrel mode out of the last hairpin. Just rear end proper loose. Come on then, Mercedes. Let's have a seat. Are you on the pace? Let's have a little look at you, Mercedes. I'd love them. I tell you what, I'd love them to go and smash it in quali. You know what I mean? Hamilton pole here, or George Russell pole, mate. Whoa, I'll be like that. Season back on, mate. Because up to now, like, I've already like adjusted to the fact that it's a 2-horse race, and it's like Sainz has had a bad start, so he might be out of it. Perez isn't on Verstappen's level. Well, more often than not. So I've already like assigned myself to the fact that, right, it's Leclerc versus Verstappen. You know what I mean? Shut the doors, 1v1. But if Mercedes are back now, and they really prove that they're right on it now, the plot could change significantly if Mercedes are quick now. Round 5, you're just about in time if Mercedes are quick now. Any longer and you're out of it. Hit the like and subscribe, yes. Oh, the checkered flag emoji, yeah. I'm gonna have to do something with the checkered flag stuff, Ernesto. But cheers, Ernesto, lad. Yeah, hit that like. But the big ones tonight, 9 o'clock for the qualifying, and then tomorrow 8:20 for the race. This is just a final practice, bit of a chat and chill one. How are we doing aways, lad? Are United still 1-0 down away at Brighton? Last I saw they were 1-0 down, bro. But football's in the bin when F1's on in my world anyway. I see United got 1-0 down. Oh, I'm putting F1 on. Forget the football. Leclerc pops it to P130, 1-7. Then look at Mick Schumacher. Stop the count. Mick Schumacher's in the top 3. End the session. Well, see you later. Yeah, Anto. If you into your F1, mate, 9 o'clock for quali in Miami. We've got a yellow flag. Look at the Williams. He's barely got any paint on it anymore. I like that. I like that lid Alex Albon's running. Virtually every single driver's running a special edition lid this weekend. Is anybody on a standard? I mean, look at Zhou Guanyu's proper rainbow mode. And I saw Michelle Obama in the... I don't know which garage she was in. At a guess, I'd say she was in the Mercedes garage, but Michelle Obama... I said it before. Anyone's at this race. It's a madness. There's people that have never even watched F1 in their life that are at this race, like just going, is there just there for the party, A lot of these celebs and all the A-listers and all that, they're there for the party, It's like Monaco, like, you just get a lot of people who are just there because it's the place to be, and like, you could say, like, who's your favourite driver? They'd be like, driver? What? Like, they're not interested, like. But, it is the place to be this weekend, that is for sure. 1-0, it's still 1-0, is it, Chris? Yeah, right. Depression mode. Oh, you see a hat has spun. Don't know which one it is yet, I can't see the number. Is it, is that Magnussen who's spun? I didn't see the number. I didn't see which has spun then, but one of them spun on the exit of the second to last corner. Look how flipping Mick Schumacher bouncing over the sausage curb in that chicane there, mate. But it's great they've got that tight little section there. Hamilton is quoted as saying it's like a B&Q car park. Oh, I love it. Like a B&Q car park, that chicane. I love it. No, but it's the track's all the better for it because, you've got your fast sweeping bends, you've got the long straights with the hairpins at the end for overtaking opportunities, and then you've also got your little tricky bit. It's like Baku where they've got the little castle section where it goes proper narrow, 90-degree left, and then they're like up a hill, but it's proper narrow between the castle walls, and it's all the better for it. It catches people out, causes drama. Difficult, back end out. Love it. So I wouldn't get rid of it. But the drivers are... I don't know what the drivers think of it, but they're probably few. It's like the old Singapore sling. There used to be a triple chicane in Singapore, and Ocon's in the wall, I think. Ocon's crashed. Oh, no, is it? Yeah, Ocon, yeah. I was about to look like an idiot if it's all that. No, Esteban Ocon's put it in the wall then. Red flag. Let's get the graphics on. Boom, red flag. Oh, hello. Yeah. Is that even updating that timing thing? Yeah, it should be. Esteban Ocon's been in the same place where Sainz has been, I think, as well. It's that tight little... chicane, man. That is catching them all out there. I think they're getting over beyond the curb and the car's just losing rear end grip and boom. We're going to see a replay of this in a minute, but Esteban Ocon then bins it in FP3. Where did I have him predicted? Hang on a minute. Let me get my predictions on. Oh, Ocon 6th. Predictions in the bin. I had Ocon 6th in the race tomorrow. I mean, they repair the car for quali and that. It's still on, isn't it? It's not quali yet. If he's bins it in quali, then you're in the bin. But I've said that really flippantly, actually, saying, oh, they'll get it ready for quali, no problem. You don't know. I mean, look at Bottas yesterday. Right, here we go then. We're going to see a replay of what's happened to Esteban Ocon. Yeah, he's lost the rear end. Oh, it's a bad one. It's virtually exactly the same as Carlos Sainz yesterday. Right, so he's coming around the tight left hand arm. They just loses the back end, and it's actually the front left corner that hits the wall first. Just like Sainz. Oh my god, mate! He's catching them all out, you mate. This is good. This is good. Man. He's punishing mistakes, man. And in the end of the day, that's what you want. You don't want a new track coming on board and like, you know, like what Montoya's saying there now in the pit box. He's saying you don't want these tracks with the massive runoff areas like Abu Dhabi, where you've just if you miss the corner, you've just got half a mile of like runoff area. Nah, you want to. You make a mistake there. That tricky chicane. Boom, you're gone. Smashed to bits. And Ocon will take no further part in this quality session. And them mechanics now, those Alpine mechanics looking on there, are going to be thinking, we have got a race against the clock to get that car out for quali in like 2.5 hours or whatever. If quali starts at 9, what are we on now? 20 past 6. 2.5 hours, but the cars that are back in the garage yet, they've got to scoop up the car, clean up all the track. They're going to get the car on the back of a flatbed truck, get it back to the thing, mate. They're going to be on 2 hours. They don't have 2 hours, just over to sort it out. It's going to be they're going to be full steam ahead. Look at that, they got a fake beach. What's going on in the chat? Yeah, red flag, Martin. Are they oversteering a little? Yeah, they're oversteering a lot. You see a lot of them with the back end there, and he's caught out a few of them already. Mermaids are back out. Then the mermaids in the pool. That's just for that. You know, that's just for like. That's just a raw Instagram mode, that innit? Like. In fact, there's probably a mermaid costume, and you pay £100, and you get to put the mermaid skirt on up to your waist, dip your fin in the pool, and they take a picture of you for Instagram. Bang, $200. Right, next. Right, who's the next one putting the mermaid? And it's just a picture in it for Insta. I bet you it is something like that. You get to put on your little mermaid skirt and get a picture for Instagram in it. He's got that written all over. He's that vibe. Just. And then you've got a picture with the pool and like a fake beach behind you and like. You know, hashtag Miami Grand Prix. Mate. Not enough for gravel traps, though. Nah, it's street circuit, man. Street circuit mode. Chris. Yeah, you have to forgive the pink face and the green screen messing up. This advert is just too bright for any kind of yeah, this is just get off. Right, Miami Vice insert. Yeah. You got your fake mermaids on your fake beach in the middle of a circuit next to the fake harbour. It's a madness, isn't it? You wouldn't get that at the British Grand Prix on a cold, wet Sunday afternoon, would you? Fake mermaids and fake harbours and fake. You know, you don't get that. You don't get that at Spa-Francorchamps on a cold Friday morning for FP1 with the rain in the forest. And here, they're the proper race tracks. This is a bit of a plastic feel to it, in my view. I mean, yeah, it's hyped up. It's a big event. Yeah, you know, it's a big event, but But it's a showbiz. It's a showbiz race, and it's a showbiz race like Monaco. It's a showbiz one. Yes. Does the rings like the ring? It's just because it's just the adverts there, Jordan. When I'm on the normal thing, and it's because the telly's like literally behind the massive telly, literally behind the camera. And as long as I've got the settings right for the actual when the race is on, then it's all right. But I mean, the ring light's not even on. I mean, that's ring light on. I mean, that's just my neck's coming up pink though. Why is my neck like all pink with the ring light on? It's better off at the minute. Mr. Pink Neck on the thing. I still got a pink neck anyway. But yeah, don't worry, Rob. All is okay. Yeah, we're all alright. We're doing alright there, Chris. The track looks good. Yeah. Who will get pole? Right, who's going to get pole? I'm going to say Mick Schumacher. Yeah, P3 at the minute. Oh, mate, I would have my t-shirt around my head like that. Nah, on a serious note, Max Verstappen. I'd love a Mercedes to get pole. I'd love Hamilton to get pole. Bang, I'm back. That would be the headline then. That would be the big headline. If Hamilton bangs it on pole tonight. Oh, just when the spotlight's moving off him, just when Leclerc and Verstappen, everyone thinks it's Leclerc and Verstappen, you know, Hamilton's fading away into the background. Bang, I'm still in this championship. Bang. I'd love it if Mercedes were on the pace now. And you know what I mean? Some madness like that. I'd love it. But the smart money's on Max Verstappen, and he's rapid, mate. He's rapid. And I think, genuinely, the Red Bull is quicker than the Ferrari. I think Ferrari have just had the better of it in terms of, Red Bull's breaking down and stuff. So it's given Ferrari 1-2s that they wouldn't have had and stuff like that. But I think the Red Bull's rapid, man. Don't forget, yes, Chris Poundcoin, lad. Don't forget to give it a like, guys, because any bit of help is absolutely crucial. To get YouTube to notice that I exist is going to be a big hurdle, but we'll get there. What else have we got? Yes, Lewis, how we doing, bro? Quali at 9 o'clock, Lewis. Tune in. I'll be live 10 to 9. That's when the running gets serious. Loose weed back tonight. I would love that, Anto. Yeah, just as they're writing him off. You know what I mean? As he wrote himself off, he said, "No, I'm out of the championship." Brand new package this weekend. New front wing, rear wing, rumoured to be a new floor. And quick. I mean, what were they in FP1? FP2 yesterday. Russell were quickest, and I think Hamilton fourth, both in the top 4. Ooh. That's the big story. Look at the cable car going over the track there. That's some kind of vantage point. That is some kind of big money. That, you know, to be above the track. What else are we saying? How's Miami circuit looking so far? Couldn't watch first and second practice. Oh, it's looking great. I love it. It's got the fast sweeping corners. The first sector, looking here, I try to point to it like a teacher, but that's where the start finish straight is here, and then I can't do it because it's all back to front. But this section here, hang on, I can't do it because it's all back to front. But that section's rapid. But this section here in the top corner, that is where it's all gonna go off. That middle sector, But it's got it all. You've got the fast sweeping bends. You've got the long straights with the tight corners at the end, which is an basically that equals overtaking opportunity. A long straight with a big braking zone and a tight corner at the end is label on it, overtaking opportunity. So there's two of them, and also this tight little tricky middle sector. I love it, man. It's a good. This track's going to stick because there's a lot of new tracks come and go. They don't hit the right marketing. They don't hit the right fan base. They hit the wrong country, and there's Grand Prix that only last 2 or 3 years, and they're gone again. I mean, look at India, South Korea. There's probably 5 or 6 you could name. Valencia gone. There's loads. Can't think of off the bat, but there's loads of Grand Prix. Just do 2 or 3 years, boom, gone. This looks like it's going to stick. This looks good. This looks very good. We'll see what the racing's like tomorrow, but I can see there being a fair bit of overtaking. Long straights with hairpins at the end. Yep, sign me up. And the first sector looks nice, man. The first sector looks nice. And look at the backdrop. I mean, look at the going around the. I mean, I know I was taking the mick a bit, like saying it's a bit of a plastic thing, but it is a nice backdrop. But yeah, green flag, everybody. So let's get that little ting off the screen. Get that back up, and we're back underway then after a short stoppage from Esteban Ocon, spinning and putting it in the wall in exactly the same place in exactly the same manner as Carlos Sainz yesterday. So Ocon will take no further part in the session, and Alpine have got a race against the clock to get that car ready for qualifying. What else is going on in the chat? Okay, me drinking me. Got 5 Strongbos and a bottle of wine. Bro. At your age, Lewis, I had 5 Pokemon cards and a Yu-Gi-Oh card, lad. 5 what? 5 Strongbos and a bottle of wine. Lad. Childhood gone. In the bin. Come on, Lewis. If the bounce is gone, the bounce is gone off Lewis's car, he's back. Yeah. If the bounce is gone, Lewis is back. There's the headline. No bounce. Lewis Paul. Dun-dun-dun. News at 10. Bong. No bounce. Hamilton wins. Nah, they do look quicker though, bounce or not. The thing is, the bounce. I said this before. The porpoising isn't like. It's not that simple. Where it's like, porpoising equals slow, no porpoising equals quick. It's not that simple because Ferrari were bouncing down the straights in Australia and. Ferrari been, Imola and stuff. They've been bouncing down the straight. It's been winning races, so it's not just it's not as simple as that. As like get rid of the porpoising and you're on it. But it is a big issue. Big issue. $2.99. Yeah, we're in for a hard week this week. Yeah. With your ex, yeah, I know. Yeah, you said a bit about that on one of the democasts. It sounded a bit heavy. Yeah, so you go for it, mate. Drown your sorrows. And join me for Formula One because I will be bussing for the quali tonight and race tomorrow. We're in full commentary mode tonight, 10 to 9, full commentary mode, mate. No more sitting down and having a chat, mate. Boom, on it. And then tomorrow for the big race. But yeah, we just had a lap with, I think it was with Kevin Magnussen. I wasn't really paying attention, but we just had full on board full on board like with Kevin Magnussen. But we've still got Mick Schumacher in the top 3, both Haas in the top 5, get in. But we're still they've not really got going because they did 15 minutes, bang, Sainz in the, not Sainz in the wall, Ocon in the wall, and they just sort of got back underway now 5 minutes ago. So these times will be beaten, but I take two Haas in the top 5 though. I would take that. Stop the count. Rob, after what you've seen, any changes to predictions? Oh, you can't change your predictions. It's set in stone, lad. This is it. Boom. Now we're set in stone, lad. What I predict, I'll stick with, innit? Yeah. Perez win, Hamilton second, Sainz third. I'm a bit of a no. Hey, it could happen that, you know. I've predicted a Verstappen Leclerc contact. I've predicted Verstappen Leclerc both DNF because they tangle. Yeah. If I call Verstappen and Leclerc crashing into each other and Perez win, Hamilton second, I'll give you the lottery numbers. But yeah, you can't change your predictions, innit? Mate, but the thing is, I made the predictions completely blind, like on the Thursday afternoon, before you've seen anything. So it's a bit tricky. It's a bit of a guess, especially at this, with this scenario we've got, like predicting races at the back end of 21, or would it be a bit easier? But predicting races at the minute when Mercedes are on some kind of resurgence and Verstappen's only finishing every other race and Leclerc's putting in this, it's not an easy predictions, but we love it. More unpredictable the better, innit? On board with Lewis Hamilton, then down the back straight, heading towards the final couple of corners around the hairpin. And straight in the pits. And then he's got to navigate a chicane at the entry of the pit lane. Bit of a strange one. I think France used to have a chicane at the entry of the pit lane. It's a bit of a, I don't know what it's about. So far, good job you doing this and not watching the footy. Yeah, I saw the first half an hour of the footy, and not about that. What score is it? Do I even want to know? Is he still 1-0 Brighton? Shall I check? I'll check. Let me hang on. Oh, it's 1-0 Brighton. Right, he's gone again. Back to the F1. I'm not doing a watch along change. Like, I'm not as evil as Denver. Did you see him switch games half an hour in? Oh, mate, what a legend. I was laughing for like half an hour. What a legend. We see Bottas versus Tsunoda. It's like, I don't, because they've all changed because they're all running special edition crash helmets. I don't know who's who. It's hard to identify because it's like, is Gasly running the flowery rainbow lid, or is that Tsunoda, or who's running the purple lid? Who's running the green and orange and blue? And I'm thinking, geez, I don't know who's who until I see the number on the car. Because they're all not running the usual crash helmet designs, and that's how I identify it. I see Lewis's, Lewis is an easy one this season. He's bright, day glow, yellow crash helmets, and boom, that's Lewis. But it's all up in the air this weekend. Until you learn, Mick Schumacher's running a sky blue lid. It's a bit of a commentator's nightmare, to be fair. Da, da, da. I'll share your qualifying stream on Twitter. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try and get involved with doing all that stuff. I've not really bothered because I've been a bit like, I, I've been a bit like, oh, is it a bit cringe? Like, but now I'm over the first hurdle of like getting going. Because the first couple of streams you do, it's like you not got any confidence, and you're just sort of thinking like, whoa. But now I'm underway in it. Now you just relax into it, and so at the beginning I was like, I'm not gonna like plaster it on Facebook and Twitter and like, but now I'm thinking, nah, sod it. Let's have it. So I'll get involved with the Twitter stuff and all that. But whether the thing is though, it doesn't get a lot of engagement. Like until you make it, until you're big, you know, no one's gonna click the thing from Twitter. But I'll start doing that stuff. Because I feel like I'm off the mark now. First couple of weekends here, I didn't have any of these graphics. I didn't have any kind of setup, or I didn't know really what I was doing. But yeah, we're in the flow. Bottas up in third now, then half a second off the pace. Have I got... Oh, do you know what I've not got on the thing? Oh, it's not 2-0, is it? Yeah, sorry, I didn't have the timing screen updating. It's not 2-0, is it? Oh my god. Man United are in the bin, mate. I'll just stick to this sport from now on, yeah. This has always been my sport anyway. This has always been where my heart's at forever, since as long as I can remember, and I've seen every single race since 2006. Not missed any. I nearly missed an Australian Grand Prix once, and because there was a power cut. And drove to my auntie's and watched it at my auntie's. And do you know what happened? I would have missed the race, but because the weather was that bad, they delayed the start. And that is really rare. That's like once a decade. And the race that I was going to miss, the rain was that bad that they delayed the start, and I ended up not missing it. And I just think they knew. They knew that I wasn't watching. So like, it was just weird. It was just weird. And that's the only race in the last, like, 16 years. And that was a power cut one. And you best believe I would throw in the biggest wobbly you've ever seen. Holes in the walls and everything. Bang! You know what I mean? Full. This is where my passion is. The football, yeah, it's alright. But this is where it's always been at for me. I love it, and that's through my dad. You know, my dad was 1986 British champion. What are we seeing? Yeah, F1 passion, mate. I was brought up with it. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, Arsenal top four. Yeah. But anyway, back to what I'm watching. Verstappen on a 1:31.3 on the mediums as well. He's not even on the soft tyres, and he's still quickest. Leclerc P2 on the soft. Bottas up in the top three, proving that they're no flash in the pan. Alfa Romeo are quick. Actually, I predicted Bottas for P4, so get in, you know, up there for thinking. Oh, Norris nearly crashed, man. We're just seeing a replay on board with Lando Norris, and he just losing the back end. That same tricky little complex of corners. I think it's 12, 13, 14. I think that's turn 14. And look at Lewis giving it. I mean, Russell. George Russell giving it the full throttle coming out of the final hairpin, mate. Boom. He nearly losing the rear end. We've only got 19 minutes to go then in this final practice session ahead of qualifying, and you know, these are the these are the big laps really to prove to yourself, where are we this weekend, where are we compared to our competitors. This is the last chance to sort of tweak your setup, the last chance to really nail down what you're going to do, balance wise, all the setups, and put in a good lap. They'll be wanting in these last 18 minutes, they'll be wanting to put in a fairly representative time ahead of qualifying. A fairly, soft tyres, low fuel, go for it lap in these last 18 minutes. And we get some kind of an idea of the competitive order. Like for all means, it's not set in stone. Like just because you're rapid in FP3, you're gonna bag it on pole. But it gives a good indication. Does FP3 on who's gonna be quick, especially in quali. Who's gonna be quick in quali. But yeah, Verstappen up there at the moment. Both Ferraris in the top four. Alonso P5. Both Haas 6th and 7th at the minute, but I assume that other people will bang a set of soft tyres on and go quicker than that and push them down a bit. Oh, here we go. This is this piercings thing, isn't it, Simon? Will Hamilton be allowed to drive in 2 weeks? He says he's not removing his piercings. And they're saying all jewellery got removed. He's actually said they ban him and there's other drivers. Oh, mate. He's the most... What a mad storyline that is about this piercing things. Oh, Leclerc. We're just on board with Leclerc. Nah, this piercing thing's daft, man. It shouldn't even be a story. But what there'll be a middle ground. I think there'll be a negotiation. There'll be a middle ground where they'll say, right, Lewis, you can wear the nose thing with tape on it or something like that. And as long as you remove your earrings and all the rest, your earrings and your... But they're not gonna stop him race. Oh, look at that, Russell! Like, it's almost drifted the back end round there. I mean, it's not the quickest way around, but it looks mint. Oh, I'd love to drive this on the new F1 game when that comes out, 1st of July. I'll be doing a series on that on the channel. When the new F1 game comes out, I'll be on that. Because even though it's not exactly the same content like the watch-alongs and the game, and it's a separate thing, but it's better than nothing. And when you've got like 12-day gaps on the channel where there's nothing, it'll just bridge the gap. Because going live when there's like a little bit of a news drop in F1 is a bit dead, because you're better off collecting the little bits of news throughout the 2 weeks and doing it all in one show, because it's not as big as like football news. But yeah, so the F1 game will bridge the gap between races. That's how I'm gonna do it. Because I feel like it's better than nothing. But when it's back-to-back Grand Prix weekends, like in a few weeks you get because how the start of the season has been, it's kind of been like a race, then a weekend off, then a race, and a weekend off, then a race. But what will start to happen from Spain onwards is race, weekend off, race, weekend off, race, weekend off, like that pattern. So then there'd be much more stuff. Because I'll shut up about one race on like a Tuesday, and then on the Thursday it's preview for the next one. So a back-to-back race weekend, boom, content straight through. Only 15 minutes to go in final practice now. Gasly pops up into P4 then. Showed it a bit of good pace. Now I just got to rely on my little timing screen as I run to an ad break. But both Mercedes still in the top 6 then. They're looking good. But are they looking pole position good? Leclerc, Verstappen, Bottas top 3, Gasly, Russell Hamilton, Sainz P7. How far is he off his teammate? Sainz on 132.1. Like a 1.2 second gap between the two Ferraris. Has it knocked? Has Sainz? Has his confidence been knocked with him being in the wall yesterday? Alonso with the same. In fact, Sainz, Alonso, and Magnussen all on a 132.1. And Gasly, Russell, and Hamilton all on a 31.9. Really close. In fact, the gap between Bottas in third and Hamilton in sixth is like half a tenth or something. I love that the Alfa Romeo is quick, because it's really put the cat amongst the pigeons, the Alfa Romeo being genuinely quick. I've gone Bottas P4 this weekend. Yeah, love to see it. I think Bottas has had like a... What's been his results? I think he's had a couple of top sixes. No, he's not. Let me switch over because it's adverts anyway. He's not 3-0 Brighton. Are you taking a piss? It's 4! It's 4! It's 4-0 Brighton. I'm never doing a football watch along on United, mate. Never in a million. Alright, let me just see this and then I'll go back to the final 10 minutes. Oh, Delosey. Oh my god. 4-0 Brighton. Hey, this channel is being changed right now. We're going back to Miami because Brighton's not the place to be. Brighton's not the place to be. I'll rather be in Miami Gardens in it. Yeah, Miami Gardens with our fake harbour and the fake beach and the Hard Rock's Stadium. Yeah, let's go back. 5:06 for me, my lad. None of that. 4-0 Brighton, mate. No. Oi, I love the drama of it, mate. That shows that I'm not really a fan, because I love the drama. Like, them 4-0 down, I'm like, oh my god. Whereas a real fan would be like, yeah, they'd be absolutely raging, like, but I'm just like, oh my god, the drama. Like, doesn't really, United losing doesn't really affect me emotionally. I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm just like, whoa, like, ooh, like, drama. That's crazy, that though. In the full mud. Like, you probably see me on there when I did the Arsenal watch along with Denver, mate. Arsenal goals were going in. I'm smiling because I'm not emotionally affected by it. I just love the drama. But I'm emotionally affected by this. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I'm emotionally affected by this. I'll tell you what, I used to be. I used to be too crazy. I used to be too crazy to even go to a race because people would think I'm a weirdo. Like, I'd be too crazy, even in a group of Formula 1 fans, to just think, mate, you're a weirdo. I've calmed down a lot, actually, compared to what I used to be like about 2014-ish. Oh my god, mate, I was smashing that gaff up when Rosberg used to give Hamilton punctures and stuff on purpose. Oh, mate, I used to flip upside down. Big time. I was too crazy then. I was all consumed by it back then. I have actually settled down a lot, Reese, in the last few years, and just gone, Lewis has won his 7 championships, we can chill now, because I was a Hamilton fanboy, mate. When I was teenager and early 20s, mate, I was Lewis till the death, you know. But in the last 3 or 4 years, I've just sort of gone, nah, step back, just enjoy the sport and chill out and enjoy. And now I'm neutral. Now I'm fully neutral. Whether Lewis wins or not, I just want a good race. I feel like I feel like I've carried him on his journey, and now I can just go, right. He's had all the success. We can be fully neutral. I am fully neutral. You know, I was loving it when it was Hamilton versus Verstappen last year, and Verstappen, we were like shoving him off into the gravel. So I was going, oh my god, you know, I loved it. I just love a good race these days. But anyway, that was a full ramble one. We've got 8 minutes left in the session. Alexander Albon up into 4th. Yeah, the club's gone, Josh. 4-0 VAR, complete. Gasly having a good season so far. Not as good as he would like. Not as good as he has had the last couple of years, Pierre Gasly. I think he's on something like 4 points or 6 points. In fact, I'll tell you now, team by team. And then what we want to do is hide the Ferrari ones. And I'll tell you what's happening with Pierre Gasly. Because we can bring up AlphaTauri's results. And Pierre Gasly's had a DNF in Bahrain, a P8, a P9, a P12. He's alright. He'll be doing alright, my dad. But he's had better starts to the season. He was... But then this is the car you're giving, isn't it? He'll be looking to get more points this weekend. As we talk about Gasly, he's just reported the car's bouncing everywhere like a kangaroo. Yeah, he's on full porpoising mode. Is Pierre Gasly? That car does look unstable on the straights. On board with Fernando Alonso. Then only less than 7 minutes to go in the session, and while I was on a full ramble thing about how crazy a fan I used to be compared to now, while I was on a full ramble, both McLarens had popped up into the top 6. Alonso now goes 4th. Oh, mate, game on. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Everyone quick. Yeah, we love it. Everyone quick, man. Yeah. Albon quick. Mick Schumacher pops up into 7th quick. Yeah. Oh, he's a spun. That's a replay. That's the replay. Why are they showing that? And it doesn't even say replay, man. They fully had me. That's the biggest shiesty you've ever seen in your life. Without any kind of replay graphic, nothing. They just show an Alpine just spinning into the wall and crashing. And I'm like... And it was from yesterday. No, not from yesterday. From half an hour ago. Well, 40 minutes ago. Mate, if that happened in the race, I'd be fuming. I'd be going, what are you doing? Don't do this to me. Oh, fully... Ernesto, I was done for. Do you know what I thought? Initially I thought, Alonso, because we were just on board. See, this was the shystiness of it, right? We were on board with Alonso, watching Alonso, you know, and he's round the final corner, yeah, looking good, pops up into 4th, yeah, looking good. And then the next shot is an Alpine spinning around and hitting the wall. I'm thinking, oh my God, Alonso's in the wall here. They've been taking the mick. Albon pops up into P7. Look at Vettel in 4th. What is going on here? This is really hard to... Perez goes quickest then. I knew. Look, I knew. Perez for the win. Yeah, I knew. In fact, let me get the... I knew about Perez. Oh, look at George Russell bouncing down the straight. Then there's still not sorted that the porpoising on that Mercedes. They've not got a magic quick fix yet for that. But I think they could be quick and have porpoising at the same time, though. Like Ferrari's quick and still got porpoising at the same time. Maybe Mercedes will just say, "Listen, guys, you're going to be bouncing down the straight. We're going to bring new front wings, new floors, new rear wings, all the rest of it. You still be bouncing down the straight, but we're going to be quick." And they'll take that. They'll take, you know what I mean. You'll shake your hand on that. Got a Red Bull 1-2 at the minute then. Vettel P4 in the Aston Martin. Go on then. I'm up for that. Yeah, sign me up for Sebastian Vettel in P4. He's a good guy, Vettel. He is one of my favourites. He is. I mean, I know I say I'm neutral and that, but there's ones that the problem was there used to be drivers that I didn't like, but now these days, I love them all, mate. So it's like I don't mind who wins. I love the sport. But back in the day, back in my rebellious teenager years, mate. Oh. People had labelled me insane and put me in a mental hospital, I'll tell you, for a fact. I mean, that's why my voice is so like hoarse and like messed up. It's 17 years of shouting at racing cars. And my voice used to be a hell of a lot worse as well. It's actually a lot better these days. Because I calmed down a lot. Red Bull. Oh, I love that chicane. Vettel. Oi. Verstappen's lucky to get away with one there. He's gone over the curb. And he has got away with one there. He's not put that in the wall. We need the replay. We need the run the tape. Oh, those Red Bull mechanics now will be like, here we go. We run the tape. Here we go. Max Verstappen nearly binning it 10 minutes before the end of the session. Here he comes then round the chicane. Oh, he gets. So yeah, takes too much curb on the inside, on the entrance to the chicane. Yeah, it takes too much curb, and then he just full brakes, mate. Then he just plants the brake pedal to the floor, locks up all the wheels, and just like, I am stopping now. Oh, that would have. And I said with 10 minutes to go in practice, nah. We're in the final minute of practice. So they would have, we're an hour away, 2 hours away from quali. How does F1 work? What do you mean, how does it work? You've got 2 practice sessions on a Friday, a practice session now, final practice, qualifying on a Saturday, and a Grand Prix on a Sunday. What do you mean? But I'll answer any questions you've got always. But if you could be a bit more specific, how does it work? There's 20 drivers, 10 teams. 2 drivers for every team. All the cars are designed independently of each other, so they're designed to a set of rules. So it's not only about the drivers; it's also an engineering. It's also about engineering. I don't know if that's it. Yeah. So yeah, you've got two. Well, they've introduced a thing called sprint weekends, but they're only 3 times a year. But on a normal regular weekend, it's like it is this weekend. So you get 2 1-hour practice sessions on a Friday, an hour practice session on a Saturday, then qualifying a bit later on the Saturday, which is coming up at 9 o'clock tonight, and then a full Grand Prix. I think a Grand Prix is 300 kilometers. But a Grand Prix about an hour and a half. So yeah, but honestly, anyone in the chat, anyone ever watching's ever got any questions, I am here to help you out because, like I say, I've been watching this for 16 years, and will watch it for forevermore as long as it exists. My eyes are watching it. You best believe. Yeah, Mick Schumacher pops up in the top 6. Then, I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't think Mick Schumacher has scored points in Formula 1 yet. I don't think so. Maybe this weekend is the weekend that Mick Schumacher scores points in Formula 1. I don't think he's got a P10 anyway. But yeah, Haas looking decent. Checker flags out now. That is the end of the session. Just people be just crossing the line. So it is Sergio Perez, fastest in final practice ahead of Charles Leclerc. Verstappen in the other Red Bull third, who narrowly avoided an incident right at the end of the session there. Alonso up in P4, Vettel P5, Schumacher, that 4th, 5th and 6th is really good. Yeah, Alonso 4th, Vettel 5th and Schumacher 6th. Mercedes, I don't know if they didn't set a representative lap time, or maybe like what Karen Chandok's saying there is they went for their laps a little bit early when the track wasn't fully rubbered in. So Mercedes ended up there 15th and 17th. Doesn't give the greatest picture for them going into qualifying, but I still think they will pull something out of the bag. I still think Mercedes have got the pace. Right, that's it for me for now. I'll be back at 10 to 9. This is a schedule. I mean, there's not many things left now. Yeah, I'll be back for qualifying 10 to 9, and then tomorrow 20 past 8 for the Grand Prix. So yeah, guys, join me in a couple of hours for qualifying. Full commentary mode for that. We're getting in the groove. Then the real action will start, and I will be buzzing. So lads, yeah, drop a like on your way out if you do enjoy the video. If you are a Formula 1 fan, get yourself subscribed. When F1's on, I'm on. So that's all. Join me in a couple of hours, guys. Get in.